Not many traders take this seriously, and your ability to journal correctly, to be able to actually journal the right things that's going to help you to progress, is going to be the difference between you continuing to fail, unable to scale your trading income, unable to actually achieve the results you want from your trading, or if you're doing it properly, it's going to be the skill that's going to help you to scale your trading, get funded, consistently pull money out of the markets. And that's why in this video, I wanted to share with you the 3-part formula to how I journal as a profitable trader, so I can share it with you so you can implement it into your own trading. So as I said, I can help you, or it can help you to progress in your trading, scale your trading, get funded, and consistently pull money out of the markets. Now, journaling. Many traders in this industry talk about journaling, the importance of journaling, why you need to journal, and not a lot of traders talk on how you should be journaling or what you should specifically be journaling and how it's detrimental or how it's actually going to help you to progress as a trader. And the way I journal is very simple, okay? But this way of journaling is what's helped me to personally acquire multiple 6 figures in funded capital, trade full time as a trader, and of course consistently pull money out of the markets. So this 3-part formula, very simple to implement. It's a habit that I've built, which only takes me about 5-10 minutes each day to implement into my trading, but it has had the biggest impact on my results, or one of the biggest impact on my results, alongside other things that I've shared with you guys in my other videos. And so part 1 of this formula, or this process of how I journal, very simple, okay? The first thing I'm looking to journal, okay, is 3 things in my current trading experience, my current trading, career, is what weaknesses or what things am I doing wrong? So the first part is I want to identify 3 things that I'm currently struggling with in my trading. And so what I'll do is I will reflect at the end of the trading week or at the end of the trading day, which is usually better because you can remember what's gone on. I can remember, okay, this is something that's recently happened. It's more fresh in my memory, which means I can gather more detail and truly understand what's happened and what the problem was. So I'm understanding my weaknesses. What did I do wrong? What's causing me to tilt? What's causing me to make mistakes in my trading? I want to identify 3 of those. Okay, and I want them to be the 3 main problems in my trading, bottlenecks, as you could call it, that are stopping me from scaling, pulling more money out of the markets, or things that have caused me to draw down. So this first part of my journaling formula is I'm identifying 3 things that, or 3 weaknesses, 3 things that's causing me to tilt, causing me to bleed my trading account, or the 3 main mistakes that are in my trading that I'm currently making. Okay, and so I'm spending 5 to 10 minutes, like I said, either at the end of the trading day or at the end of the week, to pinpoint exactly what 3 things did I not do so well within that trading week. And again, you can do it monthly. So at the end of each month, reflect what 3 things over this period of 1 month, 30 trading days, or however many trading days it is, how many, or 20 trading days, how many, or what mistakes am I making? And I want to identify exactly 3 things in my trading. These are my weaknesses. These 3 areas in my trading, they need improving. And I know it sounds very simple, but what a lot of traders don't do, and again, from my own experience, when I was neglecting to actually identify and pinpoint, okay, I'm making this mistake, I'm over trading, or I'm not positioning myself correctly, or actually 5 of these trades I took throughout the 20 trading days in 1 month didn't actually meet my entry criteria. And so before I was journaling, I wasn't identifying these things. And so I kept repeating the same mistakes. And if you're repeating the same mistakes, you're going to continue to get the same results. So in order to improve and to scale and to build my consistency, I implemented this journaling formula that I'm sharing with you. And it allowed me to identify, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong. So I can then reflect on it. And by identifying what I'm doing wrong, the 3 things that I'm doing wrong, I can then basically fix and progress them, get them out of the way. Some things take longer than others to actually work on and actively fix. And other things are going to be easier to fix. Okay, but the idea of this first part of the 3-part journaling formula that I use as a profitable trader is identifying 3 weaknesses in my trading. And again, we want to build this habit. I've built the habit 5 to 10 minutes. I will be honest, I don't do it every single day. Okay, but at the end of each trading week, I do journal everything. I follow this 3-part formula and I'm identifying my weaknesses, going through them from the most important to the least important, or yeah, so in essence, it's 3 of the most important things or mistakes I'm making, but of course, mistake number 1 is going to be the most crucial to fix because that's sort of the bottleneck in my trading that I want to resolve. And this is what you need to reflect on and have a go and implement into your trading. So, with your trading journaling. Part 2. The step of part 2 is identifying 3 things that I'm currently doing well. So we not only want to identify the weaknesses, I don't just want to know what I'm doing bad, although that's why it's part 1. Identifying what you're doing wrong, what's causing you to tilt, the mistakes that you are making. So being aware of them, that's what's going to help you to really progress and to remove those bottlenecks in your trading so you can scale and achieve your goals. But we also want to know what's working. So in my trading, again, as part of this 3-part journaling formula that I personally use, I am identifying 3 things that I have done well. So again, this could be from one trading day, it could be end of the trading week, or it could be end of the trading month. And you can even do this quarterly. The idea is just to build this habit and to implement this 3-part formula into your own trading so that I can help you to make more money. So what am I doing well? I'm reflecting on my trading the same way I'm reflecting on the weakness or the triggers and the mistakes I'm making, okay, the weaknesses in my trading, as I like to call it. I'm also identifying, okay, what am I doing well? And so by identifying what I'm doing well, I can then double down on what's working. Because like I said, we don't just want to know what isn't working so we can fix those mistakes. We also want to know what is working. And again, from my own experience, when I wasn't doing this journaling, when I wasn't reflecting on my trading, I was unaware of what was working and what wasn't working. And so I was unable to progress and achieve the goals that I wanted to. It wasn't until I was actually implementing this structure into my journaling and building this habit, okay, was I actually able to start to scale my trading, to pull money out of the markets, acquire funding, and to actually trade full time. And it all comes down to self-awareness, being aware of the actions that you are taking in the market, knowing what isn't working and knowing what is working. And that's part 2, knowing what's working for you. And by knowing what's working, you can double down, like I've said, on what is working and continue to progress from what's currently making you money in the markets. And you're only going to know what's working if you actually do the reflection. I was only able to understand what was working in my trading by sitting down at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, looking through all my trades, okay, and also reflecting on reflecting on the habits, the actions I was taking throughout the trading day, throughout the trading week, throughout the trading month, whenever I was sitting down to do my journaling. And I'm reflecting, I'm looking, okay, this is how I was thinking, this is the type of trade I took, why did I take it, what mistake did I make, did I chase the market? And these are all things I'm journaling within my physical trade journal, which is separate to what we're talking about here. But we have that physical trade journal, a journal for the trades I've actually taken, and then we have the written journal, which is this 3-part formula that I'm talking about now. So I'm reflecting as part of my 3-part formula, as part of my actual written journal. I'm also looking back to gather this data. I'm looking back at the trades I've taken to understand my thought process and to pinpoint what I've done well, what I didn't do well. Because when you journal those trades, and when I'm looking and reflecting on those trades, I can directly see that, okay, this was clearly a trading error. Let's dive deeper into the day and how I was thinking, what mistake did I make? Or this was a great trade, this was good execution. What did I do well? How was I thinking? What was my preparation like? Did I get good sleep the night before? All of these things, all of this data I'm gathering, so that when I do my journaling, okay, when I do this 3-part formula to write down in my journal, I'm identifying and using those trades as data to understand as much as I can about my own actions to reflect on it. Again, all going back to self-awareness, and it's all very simple stuff. You just got to do it. I just had to do it. But once I started doing this stuff, this is when my trading progressed and I was able to achieve the goals that I've wanted to achieve. So that's part 2 of this 3-part formula for journaling. We're reflecting on 3 things that I'm currently doing well in my trading. Again, it can be from the current trading day, the current trading week, or the current trading month. And of course, the further you go back, or the more data you look at, so if you're reflecting on a month of trading, the 20 trading days, then you're going to have more data. Okay, but what I would recommend and what I personally do myself is sometimes I will, throughout the trading day, write notes down just to keep it fresh, and to, when I go back to do this 3-part journaling, this formula, I have more data and more things to look at, and it's all going to help with the progression and scaling my own trading. Moving on to the last part 3 of this 3-part formula for journaling, which I've used to personally scale my own trading and acquire multiple 6 figures in funding and trade full time, is 1 improvement going forward. Once I've identified 3 weaknesses, once I've identified 3 things that I'm doing well, okay, I'm then going to pick 1 thing to focus on, to fix, okay, or to continue doing if we're reflecting on the 3 things I've done well. But I'm going to pick 1 thing, okay? We don't want to be focusing, or I personally, from my own experience, when I'm trying to focus on too many things at once, you tend to get nothing done. So I'm picking from these 6 points, okay, 3 weaknesses, 3 strengths that I've done well, 3 things I've done well, or 3 things I haven't done well. I'm then going to focus, or pick 1 thing to focus on to improve. Okay, I don't want to be doing loads or trying to fix 100 things at once. I'm picking 1 main important thing that's going to progress my trading, which is going to give me the best results as quick as possible. Okay, and that's what I'm focusing on. And that's part 3 of this 3-part formula. We're going to be identifying 1 thing that we're going to work to fix, and once that 1 thing has been fixed, we are then going to move on to another more important aspect of your trading to then fix, and you just keep going forward until you have no problems. But of course, you're always going to have problems in trading. You're never trading perfectly. We're human. It's just how it is. It's the nature of the market and the business that we are in. But it's just a constant feedback loop. You're constantly going through 3 weaknesses, 3 strengths, 1 main focus, and you're just ticking them off, getting through them, and you will see a huge difference in your trading after even a month, 2 months of implementing this into your own trading. Even a week, even if you do this for a week, you will see a dramatic difference in your performance, your execution, and you will begin to progress in your trading and hopefully begin to achieve those goals that you really want to achieve, and scale your trading much quicker so you can take more money out of the markets. Hope this video has helped, and I will see you in the next one.